The galactic survey vessel Empirical Truth hovered silently above Earth's atmosphere, its advanced cloaking systems rendering it invisible to human detection. Commander Vex studied the coastal settlement below with growing fascination. His species, the Taurians, had encountered many civilizations throughout their centuries of exploration, but humans continued to baffle them. "What are they doing now?" asked Science Officer Lyra, her four eyes blinking in sequence as she adjusted the observation feeds. "They appear to be manipulating sand," Vex replied, his tentacles twitching with confusion. The crew watched as a family of humans, 2 adults and 2 small offspring, knelt on a beach. The larger humans demonstrated to the smaller ones how to pack wet sand into containers, flip them over, and create structured shapes. "Is this some primitive form of construction?" asked Lyra. "Perhaps emergency shelters?" "Negative," responded data analyst Mork. "My sensors indicate no immediate threats or weather anomalies. The ambient temperature is optimal for their species. Furthermore, the tide will destroy these structures within approximately 4.2 hours. Vex leaned forward. "Are you suggesting they're building temporary structures that serve no purpose?" "It appears so, Commander." The Taurians had evolved on a world with no oceans, no beaches. The concept of sand as a recreational medium was utterly foreign to them. Their own civilization was built on supreme efficiency and purpose. Nothing was created that did not serve a clear function. "This requires further study," Vex decided. "Prepare the remote probes for detailed observation." The microscopic probes descended to the beach, undetectable to human senses. They transmitted high-resolution imagery and audio back to the ship. "Look, Dad, I made a tower," exclaimed the smaller male human, pointing proudly at a lumpy cylinder of sand. "That's awesome, Tom. Let's add some windows," the larger male responded, using a small plastic tool to carve rectangular shapes into the sides. Meanwhile, the female offspring had created a ring of sand with a depression in the center. "Mom, help me make a moat around the castle." "Of course, Anna. Then we can fill it with water," her mother replied, helping shape the channel around the central structure. Back on the ship, the Taurians watched in stunned silence. "They're creating a miniature simulation of a defensive structure. As entertainment?" Lyra's voice contained undisguised amazement. "And look, they're adding details that serve no structural purpose," Mort pointed out as the humans placed small objects like shells and sticks atop their creation. Commander Vex's scientific mind raced. They're demonstrating remarkable cooperative behavior. The adults are teaching the young crucial skills through simulation. "What skills?" Lyra asked. "These structures are impermanent and indefensible." "Perhaps that's precisely the point," Vex said slowly, a revelation forming. "They're teaching their offspring to create, knowing destruction is inevitable." The Taurians continued watching as the human family spent hours elaborating their creation. They built walls, towers, bridges, and decorative elements. They laughed when sections collapsed, simply rebuilding them differently. When another human family approached, instead of protecting their territory, the first family invited them to join, expanding the construction project. "Remarkable," whispered Vex. "They're experiencing joy in the process, not the outcome." "Commander," Mork interjected, "historical records indicate this behavior is common across human cultures and has persisted for thousands of years. Children appear to engage in this activity during developmental stages, and adults continue to participate throughout their lifespans." A timer chimed on Lyra's console. "The tide is approaching." The Taurians watched as the ocean's edge crept closer to the sand structure. The humans noticed too. "The water's coming in," Tom shouted. Vex expected alarm, perhaps hurried efforts to relocate their creation. Instead, the humans reacted with excitement. "Quick, let's dig the moat deeper so the water can flow around the castle," the father suggested. The family worked frantically, not to save their creation, but to enhance the experience of its inevitable destruction. They cheered when seawater filled the channels they had dug, and laughed when waves eventually breached the walls and began dissolving their hours of work. "I don't understand," Lyra said. "They're celebrating the destruction of their labor." Vex remained silent, his analytical mind processing this profound insight into human psychology. The ship's cultural database updated automatically, adding this observation to the growing file on human behavior. As the sun began to set and the sandcastle returned to formless beach, the human family gathered their tools. They showed no signs of distress at the loss of their creation. "That was awesome," Tom declared. "Can we build an even bigger one tomorrow?" "Of course," his mother replied, "maybe with a drawbridge next time." As the humans departed, Commander Vex finally spoke. "Update the species assessment. The capacity to find joy in impermanence represents an advanced philosophical development we had not previously attributed to humans." "But what advantage does it provide?" Lyra asked, still puzzled. "Resilience," Vex replied. "They practice loss without experiencing trauma. They create knowing destruction is certain." He paused. "Perhaps this explains how such a physically unremarkable species has survived catastrophes that would have ended other civilizations." The empirical truth quietly lifted away from Earth, its database enriched with a new understanding of humanity's unique relationship with creativity, impermanence, and joy, lessons that the technologically superior but philosophically rigid Taurians had never learned in all their millennia of existence. In the ship's report to Galactic Headquarters, Commander Vex added a personal note: "Recommend reevaluation of human placement on intelligence scale. Their mastery of purposeless creation may indicate a cognitive complexity previously unrecognized."